play Roblox Bedwars, you probably want to get better at the game. There are some very useful glitches and tricks that many people don't know about. Today, we'll be going over 31 tricks in Roblox Bedwars that you should start doing. Number 1. There are many maps in Roblox Bedwars, but this one in particular stands out. Welcome to the forest map. In the middle, there are quite a bit of gaps, especially this one. There's a very easy way to set up a trap. Players usually place one block right here so they can make the jump. But if you get the block to one shot, then have someone chase you, break the block and they'll fall right in your trap. Number 2. Shears break wool in 2 hits and most people bridge with wool. You can make a pretty simple trap with this. Tap every block on a bridge with shears, wait for your enemy to cross, and one shot all the blocks, leading your enemy to slip in the void. And it works even better with break speed. Number 3. Breaking beds is important, but it's pretty hard when the entire team defends it. For sub maps, an easy way to break beds is by dropping down here, placing a block under you, covering yourself up, and breaking the bed from below. Is even more effective if you have any of these tools. In some maps like the Sand Temple, the design of the map allows you to do it from high up. It's simple bed breaking and simple trickery. Number 4. Most of you know that the highest you can jump without enchants is 2 blocks. But what if I told you you're wrong? By using a trick called wall hopping, you can jump up 3 blocks, 4 blocks, and even all the way up to max height. It's literally insane and it's a good way to outplay your enemies. But that's not the only way to jump up 3 blocks, which leads us to number 5. Most of you don't notice, but if you're using the Grim Reaper kit, you can see that you're actually levitating in the air. With this levitation, you can actually jump up 3 blocks with 0 enchants and no wall hopping. Number 6. You get knocked off the map, but you're skilled enough to land a block clutch. But that was your only block. However, there's a way to build up. Break the block, jump as soon as the block breaks, and place the block. By repeating this process, you can get up. Number 7. Axolotl Amy is one of the best kits for healing, but it's even more OP if you combine it with Rapid Regen 2. This combo allows you to heal up faster than ever, which makes it the fastest way to heal. I'm just kidding. Because we have number 8. Void is the worst enchant, but you can make it a pretty good enchant if you combine it with Trinity. With this combo, you can infinitely heal when you get a single kill, which makes it the fastest possible way to heal. Number 9. If you're impatient, waiting for iron would be super boring, but there's a way to multiply the amount of iron you get. If you have a lot of devices, you can join Bedwars on all of those devices, get in the party, join a game, and use the other accounts to keep giving you iron in the chest. You can get stacked up in the first minute of the game, and it's proven to be a pretty good strategy. Even Tinker and many have done it. Number 10. If you're doing a custom match with some of your friends, you can troll them by doing 2 simple commands: /enchant fire free and /enchant static free. By hitting them once, you'll cause an infinite loop of fire and static, which basically does infinite damage.
Static hits you, the fire activates, and when the fire activates, the static activates. It's never ending, and it's annoying!
It's good for trolling and good for ruining friendships. Number 11. Blocks are one of the best weapons in Bedwars. Yeah, you heard that right. With this simple trap, you can get some easy kills. As soon as someone crosses, stand on the pillar, build 1 block up, and build out to the other pillar. The victim would be trapped in this small area, and by filling up the gap, you can suffocate him. Credit to Tinker. Number 12. Part of being a good Bedwars player is being able to trick your enemy. If you have lots of gear, you can hide these in your inventory and wait for your target to spot you. Once he sees you with no gear, he's gonna run after you. I mean, who wouldn't? Once you lure him to a closed area, pull out your gear and destroy him. Number 13. Tesla traps can be annoying, but there's a way to place infinite Tesla traps to be even more annoying. Join a Lucky Blocks game, get a tier 3 gen, and get a bunch of lucky blocks. Place a trap that is 1 block high and place a lucky block under it. Keep breaking the lucky blocks until you get a Tesla trap. You can now place infinite Tesla traps and spawn kill your enemies, and it's 10 times better of static enchant. Number 14. Plunder is one of the new enchants which basically steals someone's loot when you keep hitting them. By combining this with a snowball, you can get some easy hits on the enemy, and if they're stacked, all the loot will fly into your pocket from just a few hits with the snowballs. Number 15. With Grim Reaper, you can take souls after killing, which gives you invincibility, meaning you cannot take damage for a couple seconds. Let's say that you're stranded on a sky base with no bed left. You have no blocks either, but you somehow see a soul at the bottom. An easy way to get down is by jumping down and taking the soul mid-fall, and you won't take fall damage. It's a simple trick for escaping and it's pretty clever. Number 16. If you're good at parkour, you should make a bridge like this. A series of 1 block jumps which could be very annoying to the average average Bedwars player. But if they think hard enough, they can actually run across by sprinting. Here's what you should do. Get someone to chase you. Make them cross a bridge. When they're right behind you, place a block right here and they'll run into it, which will push them in the void. Number 17. If you're tired of people spamming you with the bow at your base, a little trick you can do is placing spirits around you, which will work as a shield that blocks arrows. Number 18. Stopwatches are pretty broken items in the game, and in some cases they can be deadly. If you see an enemy using a stopwatch, spam a bunch of blocks in this area, which will cause them to suffocate once the stopwatch goes off. It's a pretty useful trick if you want to kill an enemy. Number 19. Jack Kit is a pretty bad kit, but with this trick, it is a pretty fun kit to use. By combining it with the Plunder enchant, you can actually steal resources from your own teammates, which is pretty funny. Credits to Hanoob. Number 20. This is one of the oldest tricks in the book, but it still works pretty well. If you build a bridge like this, you can actually fool a couple of people and they'll walk right in the void. Number 21. There's a way to maximize the amount of iron you get. By getting one of your friends to join, you can actually dupe the iron if you and your friend run into the gen at the exact same time.
Both of us are going to run into the generator at the same time, and we're both going to get the 100 iron. So now we both ran into the generator. We both can afford armor, and as you can see, he has all 100 iron too.
Number 22. Most of you don't notice, but the Jade Hammer actually got a buff, and you now take fall damage when it gets shot up with the hammer, so you can use this to your advantage to deal some extra damage to your enemy. It could really help out with a sword fight. Number 23. Lassie isn't really the best kit to use. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. But by combining this with the anti-knockback enchant, you can become unstoppable. You can lasso your enemies in the void without taking knockback, and it's a pretty overpowered trick. Number 24. Fisherman Kit is a pretty good kit, especially if you're on a sky base. You can actually fish from the sky, which kinda makes no sense, but it is possible. Number 25. You can become completely invisible by using the stopwatch then the smoke bomb. Number 26. Dying with a lot of loot can be really annoying, and I'm sure all of you have been through that. But there's a simple solution. Open up the personal chest and walk away. As you can see, I'm literally a mile away from my base, and I can still put stuff in the chest. Go around and collect a bunch of stuff like diamonds and emeralds. If you fall off, you can quickly put them in the chest, and you'll keep the items after you die. Number 27. You can make a working magic carpet. Join lucky blocks and wait for airdrops to spawn. If you're lucky enough, you'll get a hoverboard. Then break a bunch of lucky blocks until you get a zipline. Now all you need is a fireball, which costs 75 iron. Once you have all these things, use the zipline while riding the hoverboard, then fireball yourself, which causes you to fly. It's like Aladdin in Bed Wars. Number 28. You can spawn kill your enemy by throwing a pop-up cage right at their spawn, which will keep suffocating them. Credits to Kalaix.
Dude, what the hell are you doing?
Number 29. By putting one block in your inventory, then pressing 2 number keys at once, you can create a ghost block, which actually works as infinite blocks. Number 30. TNT is known as an explosive, but you can actually use it to block clutch. It's not that useful, but it's pretty cool. Number 31. An easy way to go down is by jumping down, placing a block, and breaking the block. Then keep repeating the process until you get down. It's super safe and easy. And those are 31 Roblox Bedwars tricks you should start doing. If you find any of these tricks to be helpful, and if you want me to do a part 2, please consider subscribing. We're trying to speedrun to 50k, so if you can just check if you are subscribed, that'll help a ton. And if this gets 3,000 likes, I'll give away 2 kits in my Discord server. Link in description, go join. But for now, that's a wrap.